Hello. Came to the library today. I was inside for a little bit, reading and getting some new books. Sorry, I thought I heard like a weird little bird. And yeah, now I'm outside because there's like this really cute like area with benches and I can still get sun. And then I don't have to go to my coffee shop so early because I'd rather have coffee like 1:30 too. So getting back to somewhat normal if I've ever been. And yeah, it's weird. I should feel the least uncomfortable filming here because there's literally nobody around and I don't think they can see me from outside. And for some reason I just don't feel, I don't know, not like I feel seen, but maybe the camera itself just doesn't feel natural today. I mean, maybe it never was natural and I'm just remembering. But yeah, I don't think anything is that black and white that I just have to stop posting or things like that. But sometimes you do have to stop doing things. You don't force it. So consistency isn't really like me, not if it's forced. The only thing I'm consistent about is the unpredictability. So yeah, I'm gonna read my book. Oh, I guess I could show you the books that I got. I got The Inspirational Writings of C.S. Lewis because it's a compilation of like, I think some of his nonfiction. I think it's his religious like books and I haven't read those and I just came across it. I got this Handbook of Knots because, I mean, maybe not, you get me? I've always wanted rope, like ever since I was a kid. As I was checking it out, they had to make like a new barcode and I feel like they misread why I bought this and I hadn't even thought of another reason, if you know what I mean. And definitely not, like 1000% just want to learn how to make knots. Like I wanted to do Boy Scout like training myself not that long ago. But yeah, Knots, East of Eden, George Orwell, and Homeless Sweet Home, A Memoir of Miami. So these two, well, this one is just a nonfiction that I think I would like, and this one is a very popular nonfiction that I'm sure you've read, and obviously I know of, but I've never read it. I have this thing, well, let me flip the camera and then talk to you. So I have this thing, or had this thing, when I was in high school and middle school. Not so much elementary. In elementary, I read through those like little like reading level booklets like cake. Like I went from like the first one to the last one very quickly, like they were shocked. But in middle school and in high school especially, whenever they would suggest books, it wasn't even like a defiance thing, though I didn't really do homework. And again, it wasn't a defiance thing. I just, once I was out of the place, I didn't really think about it. And they never believed that I didn't remember, and they would try to get me to like write it down and be like, that's not what I mean. But point is that I just never read any of the books. Like as soon as it was guided reading, like reading that you had to do for school, I did not read it. And honestly, I'm kind of grateful because I have had a lot of thoughts and ideas throughout my life, and not just with those books, but like with certain popular movies, like The Matrix is a good example, where like I would have these ideas and these thoughts and I would talk about it with my friends, and in the beginning they wouldn't like get it, or they would think I was kind of weird. And then as we grew, they would be like, oh yeah, like blank, or like blank, oh, like The Matrix. And I would be like, well, I don't know if it's like those things, but it's just thoughts that are like real in my head. So I think, now this is a little conspiracy theorist. This is where it gets to like, if you don't like Kanye, you might not like me. But, sorry, yay. Then I think that the reason that they make you read these things isn't to enlighten you and like advance your brain. I think it's so that when you start having those thoughts, if they ever come into your brain, you equate it to that. So like if you think of something like The Matrix, you're not gonna think, oh, I made this up, or this is real. You're just gonna think, oh, I'm thinking about the movie, oh, like the movie. So they keep, instead of literature and nonfiction being a tool to advance you, or like the works of someone else that could relate to you, you see it as like mumbo jumbo, like stories, false things that are just silly and you shouldn't think about. But yeah, that's my piece for today. This feels more natural to talk about. I'm glad that I was able to be normal today. I didn't expect to. I don't know if that's a bad sign or a good sign. My heart's not made of stone, just yet again, so that's good too. That's good. Trying to see the positives in being a little bit heartbroken last night for reasons, you know. And yeah, I'm going to keep training in all the metaphysical and physical ways that I can to be stronger and not let that harden me. Hope you're having a good day. So, I might look a hot mess, but honestly, comparatively speaking to what I expected, to what occurred, swell day. Swell day. Really did prioritize myself, which is silly to say, but really when I prioritize myself, it's just going slow. I love to read. It's something that I neglected for years. I love to read. Like to just sit and like look at words and imagine things in my head is really my vibe. I love music. I like driving. I like coffee. I like really simple things, and those are simple things that you kind of take for granted or you forget that you like that much. Like they're things that, I guess their simplicity makes it so you forget they're things. So they just kind of go as like, you're not being productive, you're not doing anything. But I had a great day. I kept myself from thinking sad thoughts. If you know what you know, then I really did take that lesson. There is no more lesson needed, I hope, to know that I should honor what I feel. If I feel something strongly, I will not diminish it. I will not tell myself that I'm probably just sensitive and that I'm overreacting about something. If I feel something needs to get done, I'm going to do it. And like I said, most things that I want to do are very slow paced, but when I feel fire under my booty, there is nothing that's going to stop me from going at things anymore, not even myself. Because at the end of the day, that is the only thing that can stop me. I'm not saying that anybody told me anything. The only person ever in anyone's way is yourself. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't mean that like as a catchy phrase. I don't mean that in like a, oh, I'm trying to be inspirational. I mean that genuinely. The best way to live your life, and this is something that I do, obviously, sometimes we falter regardless, but as long as you take full accountability, what in the world? Accountability? Full accountability? That shouldn't have been a hard word. But yeah, as long as you take full responsibility of your own actions, whether you're wrong or you're right, as long as you know that the only thing that could be changed is your next like approach, the next time that this goes through your circle, what you take action on and what you don't, then you're gonna grow. You're gonna do better the next time because there's nothing else that could happen. So all of that to say that this is probably going to be just a regular little vlog type video. Went to the library, got coffee, and ending the night here. Bathroom is not finished, but I can use the shower. Yesterday we could use the toilet, today we can use the shower as well. Not in a great way, like there's still no like, there's nothing to keep the water from coming out and the walls aren't done, but we can use the shower. So don't have to go to the gym to just use the shower now, which is a really big relief. And yeah, tomorrow is a very exciting day. Tomorrow I'll either have lots of nice cool little videos or almost done because I'm gonna try to enjoy the moments, obviously. But I'm thinking that I know that I'm gonna go do the first little like shadowing of the event with the coffee shop that I met yesterday, like I mentioned. So I'm gonna shadow that event in the morning, and I'm doing this a lot. So shadow that in the morning. Then I'm thinking in the midday, going to check out that Taylor Swift movie. I was on the edge about whether I want to see it or not, but I'm very much a judge it for yourself person, and I know that people are gonna go crazy on the internet soon, and I just like having my opinion. I like being able to say like, I take everything at face value. You can have a good album, you can have a good song, and then you can flop or you can hit the next, you know? and I want to just for myself know before anybody starts talking what the actual quality is. I do music, I love music, you should probably know that by now. So anything music related, I'm there. I loved the Miley Cyrus one. I really did. I hadn't been like catching up with her music in a long time, and it like really inspired me, like visually. So I'm gonna probably do that in the midday if I have time, because the most important thing is that at 7 p.m. I have a Mac Miller event. Obviously, it's not a show, but it's up in Fort Lauderdale, I believe. And I don't really know what it's gonna be, but I'm assuming it's like a party where they just play Mac Miller songs. I'm gonna just try to relax and just get out of my head and just hear his voice, surrounded by people that hopefully feel the same way about him, even if it's not to the intensity that I feel about him. At least it'll be like-minded people, I hope. And I'm just gonna enjoy myself and then come back. It's also my brother's birthday, and I realized that I stuffed too many things on his birthday, but I will be making time for him. So have a good night.